A stroll through Jackson County, Georgia always brings back fond memories of seasons past. You know, we've turned that corner on another one, and that means it's time to get ready for some Saturday night short track racing in America, and we'll do it live now. Hello, and welcome to the Global SimRacing Channel's presentation of the Bootleg Racing League's Outlaw Modified Series from Lanier National Speedway. Up in the press box to bring you all the action this evening, yours truly, Sean Ambrose, and my partner, Taylor Burris. In the director's chair over there, Mr. Joe Peak, twisting and tweaking the dials for us this evening, armed with cameras located, aimed, zoomed, and focused by GSRC's camera guru, Dougie Beard. Let's get ready over these next few minutes as GSRC will bring you all the storylines and all the stats and facts you need to fully appreciate the simulated SK Modified Racing that is coming your way. Taylor, man, we are here in Georgia this evening. Brazelton's a beautiful place. Why don't you tell us a lot or a little about Lanier National Speedway, or Lanier Raceplex, as it's currently called.
Yes, indeed. Welcome everyone to Lanier Raceplex, or as we have it on iRacing, Lanier National Speedway. Opened in 1982, originally a dirt circuit, was open and used for many different forms of NASCAR, as well as, of course, your local favorite short track races. This track has been through many different changes, and as a matter of fact, is one of the main staples of racing here in the state of Georgia. Actually, right across the street is Road Atlanta here in Brazelton, Georgia. This track has been through many different ups and downs, for the most part actually being closed back in 2011 before being reopened recently in 2013 as the Lanier Raceplex. This track is by far one of the fan favorites for short track racing. To give you the opportunity to see what it is like to be here on this circuit, let's hop on board for a GSRC lap guide.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global SimRacing Channel. My name is Brian Yazek and I'll be taking you for a spin around Lanier Raceway in the GSRC SK Modified. Going into turn 3, going to be finding the yellow line right here on the bottom, but not try to get too much into the gas to let that rear of the car step out. Right back into the corners, down to the yellow line again. You'll notice from this lap guide that you are pretty much always constantly turning. So it's going to be interesting to see who can save that right front tire and not abuse it too early so they can have something for the end of the race. Once again, find the yellow line, back out into the middle of the corner, right back onto the brakes, back to the yellow line. You can kind of run a little bit up off the yellow line, but not too much because there's not a whole lot of banking up on the top side of the track to save you in case you get a little squirrely. So back down into turns 3 and 4 one more time, kind of split the seam right here, find the yellow line, and you have just completed 4 very quick laps around Lanier Raceway. It's going to be a great race, and the winner is going to be the one who decides that they wanted to save their right front tire the most. This has been your lap guide around Lanier Raceway. I'm Brian Yazek.
And that's how you get it done during the day here at Lanier. Tonight, under these magnificent lights at this track, it'll be a little bit different, but it will be competitive. And what's been competitive so far? Well, it's been this season. And we're going to go into the driver's standings, not waste any more time going to that. J.R. Shepard in command, starting to pull away just a little bit. But look at this logjam that's going on behind him. The continued success of Matt Shinoski keeps him in this battle back there in fourth, coming up to that spot. Kibbe is coming on strong. Dean and Moore only separated by 2 points right now. Matt Shinoski only 7 back there from Dean. So, yeah, like I said, got a bit of a logjam here at the points where tonight, round 7 here, you know, we've still got several races, but we've made it past the halfway point. So things starting to maybe get a little bit tense. And Taylor, tonight we've probably got several viewers here that haven't been with us before. Why don't you let them know what we've got in store for them?
Well, of course, then. The Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series is by far a really excellent short track series. This is the 7th round of 11 races that they hold. So we're a little over halfway through the season, so only 4 races remaining before the end of the season. The lapped races of the 100 laps, so very short, very quick races for the drivers here tonight. No tire changes are allowed though for pit stops. The drivers can come down to make repairs to their cars as well as fuel if they need to. However, these setups are fixed, used by the iRacing service, so whatever track we go to, that's the setup we are using for. So we're using the iRacing Lanier setup here tonight. If a caution does come out, which is a possibility that will happen, if your driver is one or multiple laps down, they have an opportunity to get a wave around or the lucky dog to get back on the lead lap or to regain a new lap back. And of course, if their car is too severely damaged, they are allowed to get the backup car or have a fast repair here. And one of the most interesting details here about the Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series is that the top 10 from the previous race gets inverted. So if you started 10th or finished in the 10th position, you will be the pole sitter. And if you won the race, you'll be starting in 10th. So it's going to be quite interesting. We're going to keep a little bit of a surprise of who's going to be on pole position tonight. So if you paid attention to the last race, you definitely might know who it is.
Yeah, definitely chime in if you have an idea. Chime in the chat and let us know who you think is going to be on the pole this evening. And, well, like Taylor said, we'll see if you were paying attention last week if you were with us. Taylor, we've now got 20 cars registered for this session this evening. Looks like 19 of them are taking time here in practice, which only has about 5 minutes left to go. It is going to be a big field here tonight at this track, and you know, it's a beautiful evening. It's overcast here, so only 82 degrees outside and really not that hot on track. We should have plenty of grip. Tires will be a little bit of a factor. Not a lot of banking here, so expect them to burn them off. And if you get to, and I like to talk about this every week, if you get to overdrive in that car, and that generally happens on the right rear, you burn that up and get it angry, you're going to be in trouble, and you'll be in trouble before you get to the end of this race.
That's always one of the biggest things my crew chief always tells me when driving any form of car: take care of those tires on those early starts. So that's just something these drivers are definitely going to have to be doing. Also, something we're going to be keeping an eye on is this track. There's no out of bounds, so especially in out of 4, we'll be seeing drivers going below that yellow line to help maybe get them turned out on corner exit a little bit more. So we'll be keeping an eye. And also, though, that could be a danger zone because that pit wall entrance is just right there. So if drivers aren't too careful, their car can make contact with that.
Yeah, Taylor, I just watched the super late model race that they just wrapped up here about 30 minutes ago. Matt Shanoski, your winner, and certainly a favorite here tonight. The bottom of that track under the yellow dotted line, not only out of 4, but even going into 1, seemed to be a place where passes were being made. So we'll see if that holds true with the modifieds this evening. You know, just based on what I'm watching in practice, we may even see a little bit of 3-wide racing tonight. These corners get a little bit wide at apex, and who knows? Maybe we'll see a few guys get a little bold this evening. We've got a couple of new drivers here. Michael DiCarlo, the Club West driver, making his debut here in the field tonight. The number 77 is with us, and we welcome him aboard. Another driver, now, we didn't get notice of this. I could be wrong, but Jason Menda, who's currently in the pit, Florida driver, number 45, he is, there he is, pulling out right now. I don't recall, Taylor, we don't recall seeing him. I don't remember him from the distant past, so we'll say maybe he's making his debut tonight here in the SK Modifieds, and I'm sure Lowell or one of the guys, maybe Donnie or somebody from the team, will correct us if we're wrong. So welcome aboard, everybody. Maybe 1 or 2 absences. I see Sarah Maria Spiller not with us this evening, unfortunately, and I see Matt Shanoski, but do I see his brother? Is Tim here?
Yep, Tim's in here.
There he is. Tim is in the field tonight. So with just a couple minutes left, it is a deep field, and well, part of the mystery right now is waiting to see who's going to wind up at the pole. Now, I kind of remember, so but I'm not going to give that away. No spoilers, okay, Taylor?
Yeah, no spoiler alerts here. We're going to keep it all real. We're going to let the fans keep on guessing and see what happens.
Yeah, they're not exactly beating the door down right now with guesses on that, but that's okay. We'll if one pops up, we'll pay attention to it. So who knows? Maybe we'll send you a bumper sticker or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll work something out. So. We do. I heard a rumor, Taylor, that there are some GSRC bumper stickers or stickers, period. Maybe not bumper. Maybe people don't put stickers on bumpers anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's 270s.
I don't know. I don't think so. Here in North Carolina, we see a lot of that here.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's still in vogue in certain parts of the country. Okay. Very well. Well, Donnie Moore is the man right now in practice. Donnie right now has got the pole. Well, not the pole, but the lead in practice right now with a 13 flat Taylor, and that is just flat boogieing around here. That super late model race that I talked about, you know, they only had one caution. They probably should have had 3 or 4. The flagman, I think, was sleeping at times, but they got one, and it was awful quick. And I got a feeling this one might be awful quick, too. These guys are ready this evening.
Yeah, I'm looking at, even though we just only run 20 minutes, I've seen some drivers running over 60 laps here. So, yeah, this race, if we have no cautions, you know, this will go by quite quickly.
Yeah, Robbie Robinson is the leader in the clubhouse right now with 62 laps he's logged right here in this short practice. These practice sessions aren't long. It's been 20 minutes, right? 15 or 20? I think it's been 20. So in that 20 minutes, yeah, that's pretty good. Hustling, indeed. Well, with warm-up getting ready to end, we'll wait on the grid to shuffle, and then we'll bring that to you here. Any early predictions, Taylor?
Well, you can't go wrong with, of course, J.R. Shepherd, but you know what? I'm liking Donnie Moore. I'm going to give it to the wily old veteran. He's going to maybe show us something tonight.
Ooh, you like Donnie Moore, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, Matt Chinaski was awful hot in that super late model race, and he seemed like once he got to the front, made pretty quick work of it. I'm going to stick with Matt Chinaski right now. That's the way I'm feeling. Why don't we go to our starting grid now and get that out of the way here as everybody gets ready to line up. J.R. Shepherd, or I'm sorry, Justin Allen on the pole with Kenny Kibbe there in row 1. So if you guessed Justin Allen, well, then you were right. Taylor,
starting in row 2 is going to be Brian Dean, and then Mike Allen in 4th position.
Okay, row 3 is going to be Matt Chinaski in the double aught, starting 5th tonight, right alongside the boss. Lowell Jewell in the number 3 will start 6th.
Top 2 and fastest in practice here, Donnie Moore and J.R. Shepherd will start off in row 4.
Yeah, that's trouble for everybody in front of him. Row 5, that's going to be Chris Bassini in the number 15, SK Modified, and James Lowe is with us tonight in the number 99. He'll start 10th.
Starting in the 11th position will be Todd Liston. Alongside him will be Kurt Smith.
All right, and then we'll go on down to 7th row, and that's going to be Robbie Robinson, Mark Kurtzog, the Alliance, the One Alliance driver.
Starting in row 8 is going to be Mike Holloway and John Hine.
Okay, what row is this? Row 9. I can't count anymore. Tim Chinaski, Michael DeCarlo starting back there in 18.
And rounding out your 20-car field, Jason Mendenda and Chris Wolfston.
I think it's just Menda. I don't think there's another syllable in there. It's only 2. I'm thinking 2. All right, Justin Allen's got the field. The lights are out on the pace car, Taylor. We're getting ready to rock and roll, and we are mean green and underway. Justin Allen's got the field out of 4. Down into 1 side by side with Kenny Kibbe. Brian Dean already making a move up the inside to clear Kibbe. Dean hot on the trail of Justin Allen as they get this race started in 1 lap in the books already, Taylor.
Yes, indeed. Brian Dean's trying to clear Kenny Kibbe coming down into off of 2. Right now, looks like he might have the position. It looks like Matt Chinaski, though, is trying to close the deal, but he cannot at the moment. He had to worry about Mike Allen as well as Kibbe right on the outside.
Yeah, Mike tried to shoot the gap, had to back out of it a little bit. He's got it now, though. He's come up alongside Kibbe and got to that left front, and he's going to clear him. He is past Kibbe up to 3rd already. Matt Chinaski back out on the charge, picking up right where he left off. We got our first caution of the night. And it might have been Mike Allen, and Mike got a little bit loose off of turn 4 as he was trying to catch it. I think he caught Lowell Jewell there, Taylor.
Yeah, he did. Lowell Jewell took it and spun down up into the outside wall. Unfortunate for him, but it is early. He does have a fast repair if he needs to get that car fixed. Just very unfortunate that he has to use it this early in the race.
Now Mike's in an orange and white car, and you saw him getting off the turn there. The car kind of dove, and I don't know if it was loose as much as it was just tight. It tightened up on him a little bit, brought him across the track and got him in the Lowell there. And Lowell's going to pick up a little bit of damage. I think he might have to come in. I don't know. We'll see here in a moment. Right now, that puts Lowell all the way back to the 20th spot on board here with Mike. Maybe a better look here on board. Yeah, he just loses the momentum there off the top. You see the car come down kind of naturally like that. He was, I think he was a bit of a passenger there, Taylor.
Yeah, just pretty much couldn't hold on to the car. Had to just let it do its thing for the most part, and unfortunately, it collected a little jewel.
All right, well, we got a few laps in there. Got us started. Justin Allen, though, with a great start, is able to clear the field. Boy, a big mover back there, though, was Matt Shinosky, taking advantage of that. Now Matt's going to get to start on the inside again, right behind our leader, Justin Allen. That bodes well for him as the field starts to line back up, Taylor. We get ready to go back racing. Another big mover in the field is Chris Bassini, the New York driver, already up 3 spots. He'll restart in the 6th spot up there on the outside. Here we go. Pace car is ready to pull off. It is, and the green flag is back out. They hit the commitment line and they're gone. Allen with a great start leaves the battle back there between Dean and Matt Shinosky. Kibbe fighting hard there with the 26 of Donnie Moore.
Donnie Moore.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Donnie Moore's trying to get a good run on the inside, though. Just a little bit blocked with Shinosky in front of him, but it looks like he gets by Kibbe. Now works on Dean. Going down into turn 3 and 4. Wheel to wheel right now. Keeping it clean as best they can. Donnie Moore trying to sneak into the 3rd position.
Justin Allen stepping away. Got the clean air up there. Nobody to battle with. It's Matt Shinosky starting to close that gap just a little bit. Matt has finally cleared that battle behind him, but it is intense. Donnie Moore, Brian Dean fighting, trading a little Nerf bar action there, side by side. Dean not giving this battle up. He wants the spot. He's got no choice. There goes Donnie Moore. Now Mike Allen comes by, and now Allen has cleared Brian Dean. He's got to find a spot to get in. No luck, because here comes James Lowe.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. He's stuck on that high line, almost like Martinsville. You do not want to be up on that high line, otherwise you will just get freight trained to the back until you can't find an opening. Right behind James Lowe is also going to be J.R. Shepard. So Dean's going to have to figure out a way to get underneath onto that bottom line to start making passes up towards the front.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later in this race, that line will be a little bit faster, but it isn't right now. And Dean is in a bad spot because there's J.R. Shepard on the inside. Remember, I talked about 3 wide. Could be a situation right here. James Lowe, kind of the plug in the middle here. Comes J.R. Shepard. Nothing changing up front at the moment. It is J.R. Shepard starting to mount his charge through the field. J.R. now up into that 6th spot. He's already tracking on James Lowe. Dean back there still looking for a spot, Taylor.
Yeah, it looks like he is having a little bit of difficulty. Right now he's battling with Kibbe as well as Chris Bassini. And it looks like Tim Shinosky is going to try to join the party after him. It might be an opportunity for Brian Dean to sneak down to the inside lane, but it looks like James Lowe's now in that same boat. He's stuck on that high side now as Kibbe gets underneath him.
Yeah, you know, all you have to do is make one mistake in front of J.R. Shepard, and he'll take advantage of that. J.R. cleared him. Kibbe starting to get his feet back under him. It looks like Lowe is the odd man out up there on the top side at the moment. Up front, not much has changed. Like I said a moment ago, Justin Allen still in command. Shinosky, patient, I think, right now. Patient in saving those tires to mount a charge. Only just under 0.4 of a second back. So everything looking orderly back here. Behind them, that's where the fighting's going on. In fact, a little bit deeper in the field. Remember, we had 20 cars. We've got Mark Herzog just pulling off a pass on Todd Liston. Herzog up a spot finally. He's got John Hine right in front of him. Up in front of them, though, it's still Lowe. Stuck up on that top side, Taylor.
Yeah, Lowe's just cannot find. It looks like he's going to do the same thing like Brian Dean, just wait till the end of the line and then duck down to the inside line. So it looks like Dean will complete the pass on him. He hurriedly gets down to the inside lane before Jason Menda is able to come in and steal another position from him.
Well, at the present rate, Justin Allen's going to catch the back of this field pretty quickly. Really only a straightaway separate him here, and we have finally gone single file here throughout the race. And again, Matt Shinowski seems to be playing the long game here at the moment. J.R. Shepard trying to catch this pack. He's back there in 5th. And I see a battle back here right now for, would that be 10th? Menda and Lowe. So Lowe shuffled back to the top side again.
Yeah,
Menda, the Advantage SK Modified. We get a little checked up there. Almost got contact from behind, but John Hine, Taylor.
Yeah, a little bit of touching of the Nerf bars there, a little chrome horn bump right there. Mark Herzog also tries to go to the outside. I don't know if that's going to work out for him, but John is just trying to race as hard as he can right now. Started in the 16th position, worked his way up to 12th now, and wanting a little bit more, 3 wide almost. They come off at turn 2.
Boy, this field is really spread out. Really spread out now, and they're fighting everywhere. In fact, at the very, very back of the pack, still battling going on. Chris Wolfson right now being challenged by Robbie Robinson.
Those two we got contact.
Oh boy, and then we sure do. It's another caution flag, and it's Herzog. Contact from behind by James Lowe. James Lowe. I said that because Lowell Jewell unfortunately catches the rear end of that. We go back, look at the replay here. You're going to see the 99 of Lowe get the run on Herzog. And it's going to get Mark around. It's a little bit too much of a shot there. And then there's Lowell Jewell, that red, white, and blue number 3. Getting in there, he had nowhere to go. Poor Lowell. Just not enough time to react to that. I don't care who you are. That's just not enough time.
Yeah, it's very difficult to try to avoid an incident like that, especially when it happens almost instantaneously. You have no place to go. You kind of have to just hold the brake and hope for the best.
Well, I mean, you know, the 99's hard on the brakes right there, right? And Lowell's going full speed, and poor Lowell just can't catch a break this evening in his SK Modified. That's our second caution, and well, tell you what, we've knocked out over a third of the race, and it feels like we did just get started. In fact, we did. So we still got plenty of racing left here for you. And I think everybody is going to survive that. In fact, yes, everybody has survived that, and we still have 20 SK Modifieds to battle this out. Probably get restarted here with about 65 to go. And that long green flag run could happen at any time. That was a pretty good one there, Taylor. Maybe the top side, like I mentioned, maybe it starts to come in a little bit. We've certainly got drivers who are willing to risk it up there. Let's see if they can get anybody to go with him and maybe start getting some passing done on the rest of this field.
Well, here we go. We got 3 wide for the top spot going into turn 1. Donnie Moore stuck his nose to the inside. Decided to think twice about that.
Yeah, another great restart there, but Matt giving him the business here on the top side. Shinowski trying to get it done here. He wants to get by Justin Allen. Oh boy, Donnie Moore back there with a little bit of a connection problem. He's back with us, but it's got to be a little bit concerning for the guys behind him. J.R. Shepard, Mike Allen, all trying to shuffle in. Justin Allen still has the field here out of turn 2. J.R. Shepard, well, that's one. He let Donnie know. I'm there. Oh, it turned around. We've got an accident back there in the middle of 3 and 4.
That takes out, let's see here, 1, 2, 3,
oh boy,
4, 5, 6, 7. I think about 7 modifieds were roadblock into that end.
I
get a replay.
Wondering if that started with Piscini. I think that was the first car that started to go around. Could be wrong. I'm checking the replay out here now, and in fact, it was. Piscini gets contact. That orange and white 59, you'll see it right there. Bassini gets around, and everybody tries to scramble behind him. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work out. A lot of cars get caught up in that melee. Brian Dean, one of them, you see that black and yellow car there getting slammed to the wall down at the bottom.
Tim Shinoski, Kurt Spliff.
Just a bottleneck there. Well, just like that, we get another caution flag. And that wasn't exactly what I expected. I thought they'd get back to racing hard, and that maybe it would spread out a little bit, but it didn't there. And now we've got several cars that have had to take the pit. Mark Herzog, Tim Shinoski, John Hine, all three of them in for service. Remember the important part of that service. You can't change those tires. That will result in a penalty, a disqualification from the league. You don't want to do that. Lights are off on the pace car. Everybody coming back to get lined up again and get ready to go here, Taylor. These caution periods been pretty quick for us tonight.
Pretty much. That's really enjoyable for our fans because we'll get back to racing as quickly as possible. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can go a little bit longer.
Well, Mike's got him again, and there he goes. We're mean green back underway here at Lanier. And Justin Allen gets away clean. Donnie Moore rides up a little bit there into Matt Shinoski. Let's open the door for Brian Dean a little bit. Matt really having trouble keeping up. He's digging. He's got J.R. Shepard in the same situation with him. We've seen J.R. pass on the top side before. He's trying to get it done on Dean at the moment. Matt Shinoski able to get that modified down into the groove. Into the line. J.R. is still stuck up there.
Yeah,
he's winning that battle off the turn, Taylor. Look at that.
He is. He's holding his line quite well. He's keeping up with Brian Dean. There's almost a little bit of contact. I think it was okay. No harm, no foul. But yeah, JR. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
He might get it.
Winning that battle off the turn, like I said, and still not quite cleared him, but I think he will here on the front straightaway. Up front, looks like Matt Shinoski starting to get a little impatient with Donnie Moore. John Hine getting back, getting by Kurt Smith in the back. All kinds of action going on towards the back at the moment. They've strung out up front, but a lot of racing going on. Lowell Jewell in a wheel-to-wheel battle. We got another caution. And this time, I think it was Jason Menda, maybe with a little bit of contact there with the 77 of Michael DiCarlo.
Looked like a little bit of neck code, at least from my angle.
I think you're right. I think you're right. They were close, but they weren't that close, and we're going to see that here on the replay. I did not see any contact. What I did see looked like a bad case of a couple of internet connections not talking to each other correctly there, and unfortunately, we call that net code, and, well, that's going to stop us down right at about the halfway point of the race here, Taylor.
50 laps to go. A lot can still happen here tonight. But so far, right now, Justin Allen is holding on. Really, a really good race tonight, holding that inside line, making it real difficult for our drivers to make that pass. Of course, Donnie Moore is going to be starting on the outside road this time, so let's see what he's able to do. But Matt Shinoski, your driver for pick for the win tonight, is going to be starting right behind Allen in third on that inside line.
Yeah, I don't think Matt's going to mind that. Honestly, it does look like the inside is really where you're going to be on the restarts, at least. Now J.R. Shepard back there in fourth. He's going to start on the outside again. J.R. was starting to really get something going up there. So maybe the rubber's starting to come in that second groove there, and J.R.'s going to need to make a move from up there to get himself one spot better, at least start working on getting to the lead of this race. Right now, like you said, no one's been able to pass Justin Allen. He's done a great job on the restarts. That's where he's really made a big difference. He's gotten a good jump on the field every time. Look for him to do the same thing. He's got it timed really well. That'll be key to his success here going forward. And the lights are out again on the Ford Mustang pace car. As we get ready to head down the back stretch, we are ready to go here again.
Yeah, the
green
flag
flag is out. Yeah, I'm sorry, that replay button got me again, man. We got off to another good start. Justin Allen back at the front. Again, Taylor, another great restart. Here comes Matt Shinoski. He's already cleared Donnie Moore. Donnie going to keep fighting there up top.
Yeah, Donnie's going to stick to that outside line. By the looks of it, looking at the track, you can see a little bit of a groove building on that outside line. Thanks to the dynamic track that they have here on iRacing, it works out where you can actually see it sometimes on certain tracks. So we actually see it building up a little bit, where it's a little bit easier for them to hold on to that outside line, as JR is going to try to pick the pass for third on that outside against Donnie Moore.
Yeah, he's working it, man. He really is. JR, yeah, that's one thing JR will do. He'll stick with it. He won't give up on it. Here's Dean trying to get into the mix. He really took a look inside there at Donnie Moore. Again, I really think you can do the 3 wide here. You've just got to be really bold, and you got to be willing to what? Hashtag send it, right, Taylor?
Pretty much hashtag send it indeed, but be careful as well, because if you do send it, be prepared to take any consequences that may happen when you go below that line. So we nearly saw him nearly clip the pit wall entrance a little bit.
Hats off to Donnie Moore right here. He's working hard, and he's got the champ, the defending champion, right at his right side there, and JR not going away. Not going away at all, man. They are neck and neck coming off of 4. JR with a slight edge across the line, but that's it. Donnie Moore keeps getting a great exit there off the bottom.
Well, if you think about it, that's the top 3 in the points right there. That's JR, Donnie, and Brian.
Now, what JR was doing better against Brian Dean was he was winning that battle off the turn. That's not happening anymore. Donnie Moore keeps winning this battle off the turn from the inside. So what was working for JR earlier has seemed to have kind of hit a wall here. Something's going to have to happen for these two to get separated. Man, they're so close. Wow.
They are almost touching Nerf bars, actually touching wheels almost. But with those two battling up for the position, that's drawing away Matt Chinoski as well as James Allen as they're coming up on lap traffic.
Yeah.
Or Justin Allen.
Yep, Justin Allen coming up on the rear bumper here of Robbie Robinson. And Robinson going to get out of the way. Let these guys fight. Here comes Matt Chinoski. He's going to clear him. Matt now starting to close the gap a little bit on Justin Allen. Starting to feel like maybe it's go time for the double ought. And it's still the battle for the third. It's the best one on track. And J.R. Shepherd is still trying to clear Donnie Moore. It hasn't happened. The Irwin Tools SK Modified has been hot. It's loved that bottom line. How much longer can he hold on to it? That might be it. That might be all JR needed, and it was. Now JR has sole command at third place. Maybe he can get to work here on Matt Chinoski. He's a second and a half away. And a car in between, in fact.
Yeah, he's going to get by one lap traffic of Robbie Robinson right now. Of course, Robbie's being the gentleman driver he is. He will pull over most likely for J.R. Shepherd when they come to him. But for the most part, he's got a little bit of time to make up. Let's see what he can do with the few laps remaining.
You know, I'll be honest with you. Matt Chinoski, I think he is starting to set him up. And we looked out that back window there, right over the wicker there, the spoiler. I'm telling you, man, Matt is starting to calculate his move. With 30 laps, when they get to the line, we got 30 laps to go. It's definitely time for Matt to start thinking about getting in front of him, especially if the thought of this going green the rest of the way is in your head. Now would be a good time to start thinking about your end game here. They'll have the six in front of him there. Kurt Smith still on the lead lap, trying to hang on to it.
Yeah, keep an eye on this. If Matt Chinoski gets right up on the bumper of Allen, he could use Kurt Smith as a pick, in a sense, to help get by, if that happens. Of course, Kurt Smith moves out of the way real quickly. No pressure at all.
Kurt said, I've played basketball before, and I'm not going to be anybody's pick. There you go. J.R. Shepherd has now come into the picture. This changes everything. And maybe nothing at all. I don't know. We'll see, man. Matt Chinoski, again, like I said, he could be calculating a move here. They've got another car in front of them, not too far up the road.
And a caution.
Michael, and finally, a caution flag is out. Who did we get that time? Oh, no, was it Brian Dean gets around? Let's see what happened to Brian here. And oh, no, I think Brian was trying to avoid something else. Well, no, maybe there was some contact there. Yeah, Brian Dean, Mike Allen get together, and then Dean goes on a wild ride, climbs the wall, gets back down on all fours. That's a banged up modified, though. Brian Dean definitely going to need some help with that machine. Mike Holloway got to that, unfortunately. We're on board with Kenny Kibbe. I think Kibbe's going to luck out here and get through.
Yeah, it comes up on you so fast you just don't know where to go.
Oh, and that was why Mike Holloway's in the pits. Unfortunately, Mike having to take his car in. Brian Dean's had to take his in, obviously. There was severe damage on that SK Modified. And it looks like we've got a wave around happening here, and that's going to be Kurt Smith getting one of those laps back. And in fact, will put Kurt back on the lead lap with the rest of the field. That'll leave, unfortunately, Robbie Robinson, Brian Dean, and Mike Holloway all a lap down at the moment. Holloway still sitting on the pit lane. Been there for over a minute now. May not be coming back to us. In fact, it looks like they have, in fact, taken that car behind the wall. Tough night for Mike Holloway.
Yes,
Kenny Kibbe's, I'm sorry, Taylor. Kenny Kibbe's brought his modified in also.
Yep, Kenny's going to try to get his car fixed up a little bit. Hopefully, maybe use a fast repair if need be, which by the looks of his car, he will definitely need to have that fixed. Comes out, brand new modified, ready to roll with a little less than a quarter of the race left.
All right. Well, here we go. The lights are out again. Mike Allen is, I'm sorry, not Mike. I made that mistake. Justin Allen is still in command of the race, just like we started back 79 laps ago. Mike Allen, Justin Allen has got the lead again. I won't do that again, I promise. J.R. Shepard, here he comes from the inside. Already side by side with Matt Shinowski. This battle will be intense. And you know what, Justin Allen, all they can do is look back in the mirror, or not, and smile at the moment, because as long as those two stay locked up, they're never going to catch Justin at this point. We've got now 20 laps to go. It's time to boogie, baby, here at Lanier. Brazelton, Georgia has brought the excitement tonight. Matt Shinowski still digging on the outside, but he's lost the spot. J.R. Shepard is now into second.
Yep, now Matt's got to worry about Donnie Moore right now. A little contact, little touch of the wheels right now between the two drivers as they go down into turns one. Right behind them is Mike Allen as he's looking on in the fifth position. But Justin Allen still holds on, but here comes J.R. Shepard.
No contact there between Donnie Moore and Matt Shinowski, and that's going to bring caution now. That's not what brought it out. In fact, it was it looked like Herzog and Liston getting together on track. That's what might have started this one.
Oh yeah, contact right there between Liston and Herzog going into turn 3. And just not as big pile up as we've been seeing. Brian Dean getting involved a little bit. Kurt Smith and Holloway were able to check up enough to not make any contact.
Yeah, Herzog gets a little bit hot there. He makes contact with Liston, and poor Brian Dean, who's had a tough night. That Dean was up racing up front at one point. Now he's just got a damaged modified. And he's going to have to ride it out here for another 15 laps or so to those checkers. But, well, I didn't expect that one to come out. I guess you never really do. But we've got someone else getting a wave around. Robbie Robinson is going to get back on the lead lap. So that'll actually put 18 SK Modifieds back on the lead lap. Back in 10th, it'll be Chris Wolfson. He is the big mover of the race, up 10 spots. You know what? Chris, for his efforts, if he can finish there, will start on the pole next week. Right now, also another big mover is going to be actually Tim Shinowski, Matt's brother, the 07, up 10 spots, currently riding in 7th. And the rest of the field trying to catch up to the pace car here. I believe we'll get ready to go back to racing here. I think we'll do it with 12 laps to go. Pace car coming to the line now. We'll wait for the wheel and light bar to extinguish. It does. We got a great matchup on the front row. Justin Allen, J.R. Shepard. He just can't seem to get a start down there on the bottom save his life here at the moment. It's going to be Donnie Moore, Matt Shinoski just behind him. Chris Bassini, we haven't talked about him all night. There he sits in 6th on the outside with Mike Allen to his inside. And boy, Justin Allen wasted no time on that start, man. As soon as that pace car pulled off, he was gone. Shot out of a cannon. Here comes J.R. Shepard on the outside trying to clear Donnie Moore. It isn't happening. Donnie keeps digging down there. He's got Matt Shinoski draped all over his bumper back there. JR getting a run there at the rear bumper of Justin Allen.
JR is going to really start applying the pressure right now. We're closing in on 10 laps to go. But Donnie Moore is also going to try to bring in.
Yeah, look at this. All of a sudden, we've got ourselves a race up front. Justin Allen trying to play a little bit of defense here, trying to keep the line away from J.R. Shepard. The champ is coming. He wants through.
Tries to look to the inside, go below the yellow line. Now looks to the outside. Shuts the door, though, on Donnie Moore coming off of turn 4.
That time, J.R. Shepard thought about maybe knocking once there, Taylor.
Well, you're allowed 3. Knock once, I'm just letting you know you're here. Knock twice. Okay, time to move. 3rd time, you're out of the way. So.
Oh boy, here we go. They got a little
that's
bit
2
corner. 6 laps to go at the line. Who's it gonna be? J.R. Shepard trying to get his throne, trying to climb to the top of it. Here he gets a good run off of 2. Allen covers it off. Gets back down to the inside. That's Kurt Smith pulling off the track in front of them. That could have been kind of scary if it had been just a moment sooner. Still hanging on. Justin Allen got this. Into 3. Protecting the line there on the bottom. Out of 4. J.R. Shepard trying to look for a way through here, Taylor.
Yes, indeed he is. He's trying to look to the inside, but just Allen is able to just defend it so well to where JR cannot find an opening. He's going to have to do it quickly, though, as we're almost close to 3 laps to go. Moore's trying to do the same thing.
And Liston up in front of the field here. They'll go with 2 to go at the line. I don't think they'll catch Liston. J.R. Shepard still digging. Again, it's all about Justin Allen and how well he's covered off the bottom. And maybe not as good that time. JR thinks about going to the inside. He's got nothing. Here we go. Out of 4. 1 to go at the line. Justin Allen here at Lanier. Justin Allen going for the win down the backstretch. Nothing to worry about in front of him. Everything behind him. He's got to worry coming out of 4, and he's got it. Justin Allen, the Virginia driver, is your winner tonight. And the fight behind him was between J.R. Shepard and Donnie Moore. JR is going to get it by just a nose as Donnie Moore made a charge down the inside. Wow, what a race.
Yes, indeed. And, Sean, I believe my driver beat your driver for picks tonight. So.
I think so.
But just by position.
So, Justin having Mike pull up just along him there. Little congratulations there for Justin. And I'm pretty sure this might be Justin Allen's first win, at least in an SK Modified here in the Bootleg Racing League. So big congratulations to Justin. We're going to take a quick break, come back, give you the results, and talk to a few of these drivers here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. We'll be right back. Another Outlaw 100 is in the books tonight from Lanier. Yes, Lanier National Speedway here in Brazelton, Georgia. Welcome back, folks, here on the Global SimRacing Channel. We've got the results for you now. 20 drivers started. Here's how they finished. Justin Allen, your winner tonight. Here in the Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series, he'll finish in first. The number 10, a big night. J.R. Shepard, well, it wasn't enough there at the end. He could not get past. He will finish second. It's going to go to Donnie Moore for third. That completes our podium. Matt Shinosky with a fourth place finish. Mike Allen taking fifth tonight. Chris Piscini has a good night. He'll finish sixth. He'll be happy with that. Seventh, going to go to Tim Shinosky, who came from all the way back, 17th to be exact, to get this top 10 spot. He'll be part of the redraw next week. John Hine going to finish 8th, and that's not bad. He started in 16th. 9th, going to go to Lowell Jewell. He does finish in the top 10, and you know what? That's going to be good enough to put him on the outside of the front row next week. In that 10th spot, it's going to be James Lowe, who had his share of trouble this evening, but does recover to finish 10th there, Taylor.
Yes, indeed. Another driver who recovered quite well after a couple of playing bumper cars here at Lanier is Mark Herzog. He'll finish in 11th position, followed by Chris Wolfston in the 12th position. Kenny Kibbe having some hardships after a late race caution cost him, getting him in 13th, with newcomer Jason Menda coming home in 14th position. Michael DiCarlo will come home in 15th position, along with Robbie Robinson in 16th, with Todd Liston 17th. And unfortunate for Brian Dean, that's going to be a hard hit for him in the point standing. He'll finish in 18th, one lap down, along with Mike Holloway and Kurt Smith, rounding out your top 20.
All right, and we are going to talk to the winner of this race, Mr. Justin Allen, who had a huge night here at Lanier. Man, you did not want to give up that pole, and you didn't. Boy, there at the end, though, it must have had to feel a little hot around the collar, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was tough there at the end, holding off all those guys like JR and Donnie.
Well, you know, we talked to Mike, and actually in the pre-race before we actually went live, we talked to him for a moment. And Justin, I'm sorry, I don't remember. What is your relation to Mike? I can't remember.
Mike is my father.
Okay, all right. So Mike's your dad, and yours your son. All right. So now, was that your first SK modified win here with Bootleg?
Yes, sir, it was.
Yeah, I thought so. I was thinking back through all the past champions and past winners, and your name just wasn't coming up there in my register, my mental register, man. Congratulations. Got to feel really good right now.
Yeah, thank you. Feels real good to get this first win. Hopefully more will come right after that.
Yeah, I think so. Now, you're going to have to do it from 10th place next week, but you know what? The way you were driving tonight, I think you might be able to manage that next week.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. 100 laps, a lot can happen, so just got to be patient, take your time.
Yeah, it's a bit different track there when you get to Richmond next week, especially that on that 3/4 mile track. You guys get to open things up just a bit, won't you?
Yeah, things will get spread out a little more. Won't be so much beating and banging like it was tonight on a little short track, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, listen, again, we congratulate you on your first win here in the Bootleg Racing League in the SK Modifieds. Congratulations. We'll see you again next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, and that is Justin Allen, your big winner tonight, a first-time winner. And, boy, great to see him get that victory. And, Taylor, you have caught up with the man who fought hard, tried to get that win away from him, but not tonight. J.R. Shepard waiting in the wings with you.
Yes, indeed. Caught up with JR, and JR, Justin Allen gave you a little bit of a run for money tonight. Tell us how your kart race was tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad tonight. These cars are extremely tight at Lanier, and yeah, very difficult to drive and keep it rotating throughout the whole race. So tell you, Justin did one heck of a job tonight, starting up front and being able to hold it for the whole race. That's really cool, especially seeing him get his first win. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun racing Donnie Moore. He's an extremely clean driver, and hopefully we put on a show for several laps there side by side.
Oh, yes, indeed you did. In fact, you using the outside line was quite interesting to watch. Tell us how you were able to work it in through the race.
Yeah, you had to hit your entry point just right to be able to get that outside to work. If you went too high on entry, you were just going to go straight and push up. So, yeah, it was a lot of focus, trying to make sure that you were running that particular line and hitting your marks lap after lap. But again, somebody like Donnie's about the only person you could really run side by side with, because it's very easy to slide up here, and if any contact was made, it was going to be over.
All right, well, with that, now we're moving on to the next round. A few rounds left. You still have a decent points lead going into the championship. Richmond is the next round. Tell us what your focus is as far as trying to keep that point.
Yeah, it's that time of season again, where points start popping up and becoming more important. So we'll go race by race and see what we get. You know, like Justin said, 100 laps, a lot can happen in these races. So try to be patient and position yourself in a good place on the racetrack week after week. And yeah, next week at Richmond, I think that's where we're at. If it is, that's going to be interesting, because it's pretty well going to be wide open there, and kind of like a Talladega or Daytona deal.
Yes, indeed, especially for these SK Modifieds. Well, JR, again, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight at Lanier, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That was J.R. Shepard finishing second place here in tonight's race. And, Sean, I believe you caught up with your good buddy, Mr. Donnie Moore, who finished P3.
Good buddy indeed, Donnie Moore. You know, you just got some pretty high praise from J.R. Shepard. He said you were awfully clean driver out there tonight. I don't believe it for a second. Congratulations, though, on getting on this podium, man. You had to come through the thick of the field. A little crazy out there tonight, wasn't it?
He's a pretty clean driver himself.
Yeah,
boy, yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I don't even remember it. Tell me about the race.
All right, this is what I do know. The working from the top side was really tough. You were up there a couple times. Tell us about that.
Oh, man, it is tough on the outside. You know, you could hold it for a few laps, but unless your name's J.R. Shepard, you just couldn't. I didn't see anybody else make the pass on the outside, but boy, he sure could. Boy, lap after lap after lap, I thought I would have him, but he was persistent. He's so smooth, and he hits the mark so well, lap after lap, every lap.
Yeah, you know what though? But I'll tell you, man, you had a great race. There were a couple moments there. It looked like it could have been yours. Mike Allen, kid comes in here, and he really took the bottom away from you guys there up front.
Justin Allen, what a great race for Justin! Yeah, congrats to Justin on his first win. I did. I had a start where I was running second there, but I don't think I was going to get by him. If you had a restart on the outside, it was tough. But a little strategy. I mean, if you're running in an odd number, you really not too not in a hurry to make the pass for that even position midway anyway.
All right, Donnie, it's been another great week here in the Bootleg Racing League, and Richmond is up next. But I've got to ask you, your boys have got to travel into Tennessee this weekend. Nashville, a tough place to play. What do you think?
It is a tough place to play. Mike Vrabel is the coach over there, expatriate. But when you got number 12 on our side, they're tough to bet.
All right, I'll roll with you there. Okay, then I know who I'm going to pick. All right, very good. That is Donnie Moore. Hey, Donnie, before I let you go, I know you always like to thank one of those special sponsors you got on the car.
Well, probably the guys sick of hearing it, but I always like to have a shout-out for the animals, and the ASPCA is on my car. And, I always like to say spay and neuter your pets, and give anything you can to the animal shelters every once in a while.
All right, and that is Donnie Moore, and we thank you, and that is a cause that we certainly support. In fact, I've been known to volunteer a little time at the animal shelter every now and then, so or at least in the recent past. But anyway, hey, listen, Taylor, a great race this evening, but the common theme of the interviews was Richmond. Much different racing there, a little bit longer race too, because we are bumping it up to 3/4 of a mile. when we talk about Richmond, but certainly a fun track, and it's always great to see the modifieds there because, well, let's face it, they don't do it every season. It's kind of one of those that they sprinkle in every second or third season or so.
Yeah, and like JR was saying earlier, this is like their Talladega or their Daytona. This track's going to be wide open for them, so it's going to be quite interesting to see who is able to keep, in a sense, in the draft with these modifieds to be able to stay up with the competition. And JR Shepard, he's going to be one definitely to watch. He's closing in on another championship. Of course, though, Dean and Moore are going to try their best to try and prevent that. So this race is going to be quite interesting. Actually, it's going to probably be one of the most important races of the season.
All right, and we want to thank everybody for watching tonight, but it is time to put a pretty bow on this, wrap her up, and get on out of here. We want to thank the Bootleg Racing League for organizing the Outlaw Modified Series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. More series information about the Bootleg Racing League, well, go to their website, bootlegracingleague.com, or check them out on Facebook, Bootleg Racing League. Just type that in, all one word. They'll pop up for you, I promise. We also want to thank the companies, equipment, and software that you see on the screen now and that we use on every broadcast here at GSRC. That original music that you hear on every broadcast for us is thanks to June Lalonde and Eric Ekholm. See the screen for how to get a hold of them? Listen, folks, next week we're going to Richmond. Yeah, just up the road here. We're going to take a trip on up to Virginia. Round 7's going to come to you from, yeah, that's right, Richmond Raceway is tonight was round 7. I'm sorry, round 8 going to come to you from Richmond. But listen, we do want you to check out those races coming up here, sliding across your screen now. I want to thank my partner, Taylor Burris. I want to thank our director, Joe Peak, and the legendary Dougie Beard for all these great camera sets that he gives us. Find out more about the Global Sim Racing Channel. Well, start at our website, globalsimracingchannel.com. Find us on social media, Twitter at GSR Channel, Facebook, Global Sim Racing Channel. Just type that in. You'll find us, I promise. Instagram, GSRC_Gram. Subscribe. Hit the red button. If it's red, that means you need to hit it. You haven't subscribed to us yet, so hit that. Give us a sub. We'll see you next time, but until then, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.